Sup freaks, welcome back to episode 3 of 16 House. I'm your host Ron Weatherby, and this is not normally where I film. I usually film in like studio thing downstairs. It's honestly just a table with 2 different colors on it and 2 mic arms. That's basically it. But I decided to film up here today. No one's here, good lighting, and down there, kind of depressing, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, besides that, I was going through my phone yesterday, and I was deleting a bunch of like old videos and stuff from like high school or whatever, like old projects I still had on my phone. And I was like, why is it still on my phone? So then I was going through that, and I found like these old videos for my law project, and I filmed this whole video in my underwear and a hoodie on. And I remember I was in a bathtub for one of the scenes. Don't know why. I was talking about homeless people and like how bad it is. I think that's what I was talking about. And I was in a bathtub with my underwear on. I thought my brother was filming it because I had no one filming it. He was the only person there. Didn't have a choice. So he filmed it, and then I said, point the camera to my face. Make sure you don't see, my underwear. I don't want people to see me in my underwear with my wiener hanging out. That's weird. That is really weird. And sure enough, I literally did it last minute, and then I went to hockey. So then I honestly just put the video together, didn't really watch it, and then I showed it to the class. Well, then I showed it to the class, did my presentation, everyone was laughing. I'm like, why is everyone laughing? Like, the transitions were sick. I remember I had this little piece of paper, I flew it off my balcony, and then I caught it at the bottom. It looked so badass. But honestly, it didn't. It was a trash transition, but at that time, I thought this is revolutionary. This is badass. So then, yeah, class was laughing. I'm like, why are you guys laughing? I didn't say that because I was scared. So then I sat back down, and my friend was like, Dryden, everyone saw you in your underwear in your bathtub. And everyone's like, did you film the video in your underwear? I was like, when I get like confronted by a lot of people and like, I don't know, really like awkward situations, my face just goes blood red. Like, it's terrible. Like, it's so embarrassing, but that's how I work, and I don't know why that happens, but face just bloodshot red. And then I was so embarrassed. That was so bad. That was like the biggest poodle moment I've probably ever been a part of. It was just like, I don't know. It was so bad. I didn't like that. But yeah, that was me presenting the class in my underwear. It's funny now. Back then, I was like, what is going on with my life? But yeah. Anyways, yeah, today's episode is about my UBC party experience I went to the other day with my buddy Trey. I was originally doing this video with him, but I think we're going to record something else with him on Wednesday. Episodes are on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, by the way. And I'm getting like a better camera to shoot the videos and stuff for YouTube, TikTok, and everything. So yeah, just better quality because my phone isn't really doing the trick right now. And it's okay, but like it's not the best because you transfer everything. You guys don't want to hear that. But anyways, I'm going to start by talking about the party experience. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So it was a Saturday night. I just finished my math homework. Honestly, didn't do too well. I dogged it. I probably did so bad on that homework. It was insane. But then I finished it. And then I remember I had dinner before I finished it. And then me and Trey were going to do something that night. So then I called him and I was like, what do you want to do? He's like, you want to go to UBC? I was like, yeah. Like, let's just go. Like, who cares? Like, we have nothing else to do. So I'm like, yeah, sure, let's just go. So then we're going. So then I hop in my car, and I call him and say, like, hey, we were meeting and stuff. And then he was, like, just getting out of bed right when I called him. So I was like, by the way, it's, like, 8 o'clock. So then I was, like, calling him, like, hey, let's just meet up at the gas station at the bottom, like, where we usually meet. So then he's like, okay. So I filled up my car. He grabbed, I don't know, I think he grabbed, like, an energy drink or something. I grabbed, like, one of those Starbucks coffee things, like those, the Frappuccino glass bottle things. Grab one of those. Yeah, so then we started trucking to his mom's house. He dropped off clothes and stuff. And then, yeah, on our way. So we're driving there, just getting pumped. We're listening to Certified Lover Boy by, you obviously know that album. TSU cranked, playing like some Block Boy JV. It was a fire time. It was a good time. Then Trey goes, yo, Dryden, you want to go to White Rock for like an hour or so? I got a couple buddies down there. They want to hang out. I'm like, okay, sure. Sorry for the people listening. My throat's just a little, I don't know. It feels like there's something back there. So I just keep drinking this, like, my coffee. So just don't mind that. Anyways, yeah, so we end up getting there, and we're driving, like, by, like, the sea. Like, there's the sea and there's a road, and we're driving on the road. Then the guy that he says he was texting isn't answering his phone. And I was like, bro, we literally drove here for no reason. Like, oh my God. So we were like, okay, we both have to go to the bathroom. So then we like pulled in this place to go to the bathroom. And then, we're taking a piss or whatever. And then I was washing my hands. And then there's this guy just pouncing on the door saying, you guys gotta get out, I'm closing. And they're like yelling, like, why are you yelling at us to get out of the bathroom? Like, that's even worse. There was a guy taking a dump in the stall, and he was just losing his mind. He was like, I'm taking a dump. Leave me alone. And I was like, yeah, you tell him. You're right to poo. Out of B. Don't try to bring him down like that. Like why? That makes it so much worse. Like, why would you bang on the door saying hurry up when a guy's taking a dump? Like, he knows he has to hurry once he hears I'm closing. You gotta hurry. Like, people are not stupid. So then, yeah, we get out. We get back in the car. We're like, okay, we might as well just go to the place now. We're like, okay. So we're heading there, getting lost. Finally, we made it. And it's a village. It's a city in there. I never knew how really big it was, or never really been there before. It was huge. It was literally its own mini city. It was unbelievable. There was like its own transit system and everything. Most big universities have that, but like it was sick. Like, it was huge. So then we find this parking spot, and then we get out. We're like, no, it's not happening. So then we go to this underground parking lot, park there, pay like $5 for like 2 hours of parking. No, it was $10. Honestly, don't know. It was expensive. It was like stupid expensive for like 2 hours. I was like, why is it so expensive? Couldn't tell you. But anyways, we got out of the car, and we started walking around the campus, figuring out like what's going on. Is there anyone here that we kind of know? Kind of knew one guy there, but like, I don't know, he just kind of ghosted, so that was pain. But yeah, so we just kept walking around and stuff, and then yeah, so like an hour later, we like go to like this tree area, and there's like bench, and we sit there, and we're like, dude, like there's nothing here. Like why did we even come? And we're like kind of doubting why we came and stuff. And then we're like, okay, like let's just like, and then we see these people, like this group of people, this group of girls and a guy. They're sitting, I don't know, a couple meters away from us, and they're talking and stuff. And Trey was like, let's go ask them what's going on tonight. If they say nothing, then let's just go. I'm like, okay. So we go up to them, we start talking to them, and they're like, and then we're like, is there anything going on tonight? And the guy goes, yeah, like there's just like this beach party tonight. You guys want to come? And I was like, yeah. Like, are you kidding me? Yeah. So then we talked to this guy for a little bit, and this guy's a beauty. Like, this guy's a legend. Like, he didn't even know us, and he just like accepted us to come. I don't know, but like people I know don't usually do that, and that was just like, that was pretty cool. Like, that guy was a beauty. I'm pumping this guy's tires to the max right now, but he was awesome. That was gross. I literally sounded like an old man describing a guy, but whatever. So then we're walking with them, and then me and Trey are starving at this point. We have nothing to eat, and then out of nowhere, there's literally people like our questions are just being answered like right there, and then these people are like, oh, do you guys want some pizza? And we're like, yeah. So we take it, and we're like eating or whatever. I have no idea what kind of pizza this was. Like, I couldn't even tell you how many toppings it had. It probably had more toppings than cheese on it. Like, it was nuts. And then we started walking, and this big group of girls like kind of like collides with our group. And then me and Trey look at each other and go, we can't eat this pizza. We can't look fat. Like, okay, like, not saying if you eat food in front of girls you look fat, or like vice versa, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know. Like, you guys have to understand, when you have like pizza in your hand and like this group of girls come, it's like, why? Like, you're like, why? Like, I don't know. I can't explain it. But then Trey looks at me, he's like, Dryden, I can't have this pizza anymore. He's like, take it. I'm like, no, I don't want like huge. I don't want two. Like, chuck it or throw it away. He's like, no, I can't do that. Girl that gave it to us is right there. So I'm like, okay, give it to me. He gives it to me. I like huck it into this bush. And no one saw except for this one girl. That didn't even give us a pizza. And she was like, hey, you threw away the pizza. I'm like, no, I didn't. Like dead face. No, I didn't. And she's like gives me like a little like, what'd you say? Like that kind of face. And then I was like, what? And then that was it. Kind of awkward, but whatever. Then I did the same thing with mine. I think she saw it again and got mad. So then, yeah, we're walking away, and then we go to like this road, and people are like coming out of like the woods, and then there's like people with like, I don't know, they're like look hurt, really sweaty and panting. I'm like, why are these people sweaty and panting? Then all of a sudden, I see these stairs that just go whoa, straight down, and I'm like, what is this? This is like the gateway to hell. Like, it was literally just blackness and stairs. And I'm like, great. So now we gotta walk down this flight of stairs. Who knows how long it is. And then people are coming up. I'm like, is this the way to the beach party? They're like, yeah, just follow the stairs. I'm like, okay. So I start going, like, this group starts going down there. And it's a trek. Like, it probably took us 7 minutes to get down this stairs. Like, just straight down stairs. And then, yeah, and there's like people on the side holding their head like they like fell or something. Like I didn't say that. I said like, are you guys good and stuff, but they didn't really answer. So I was like, well, like no, like if you don't want my help, then like whatever. So then we made it to the bottom, and then it was decent size group, like party. Like it wasn't phenomenal, but it was a good size. It was a respectable size. So we get there, and then me and Trey look at each other, and we just have like this moment, and we're like, we made it. All this time, like, because we've been thinking about this for weeks before, and we're like, we finally made it. Let's go. And then we walk, and then like there's like this log, and then there's like people there, and there's people standing on the log and stuff, and this guy has like this big JBL speaker, and like the Italian students are listening to like Italian rap. I'm like, what is this? Why are we playing Italian rap here? Like, what is going on? Someone's like, oh, the Italian exchange students are playing their songs. I'm like, no, yank them from aux. Someone put on like Anaconda or Pitbull or Mr. 305, Mr. Worldwide on, and it will be a good time. So then people start putting on exactly that. And then, like it didn't go crazy, but it went okay. And then like we started dancing, having a good time. Like the video of Trey on on the story of the highlight where he's jumping up and down. That's what it was like. It wasn't crazy, but it was sick. And then, yeah, it was sick for like 15, 20 minutes. And then it like died. But then like in between like that, the golden period of a party, where it's like sick for like an hour, hour and a half, and then it like dies. Or it could last for I don't know how many hours, just depends. That one lasted for 20 minutes. And in that 20 minutes, there was this guy dressed up. I don't even know. I had like a rat ears, and then like this big, thick gold chain. I was like, who are you? Why are you dressed up like this? He looked like a plague mask, like the really pointy beak and stuff. I was like, what is this guy doing? Then he starts doing like that. If you guys like know Speed, like that streams, he does that little dance. He goes like up and down and stuff. It's on my story too. It's that guy. I was like, what are you doing? Like, this guy started going nuts. We started hyping him up and stuff. He started going nuts. And I asked one of the girls, like, who is this guy? He's like, oh, he makes, like, music videos. I was like, sick. I was like, who is this guy? Why is he doing that? Like, that is, like, so odd to me. Like, who puts that on and says, I'm ready to go out. I'm ready to have a good time with this rat, I don't even know, this rat beak. I mean, I don't even know what it was. And he had these ears. Who does that? Who puts that on and says, okay, let's go out. Let's have a good time with this rat nose, beak, and ears, and gold chains. Like, who does that? That's so weird to me. Anyways, yeah, that guy was going hard. And then, I swear, 10 seconds later, this guy with, like, the strings of light. I don't know, like, he started flinging them around like this, and there's just strings of light going on everywhere. And he started flicking them around and stuff, and then he starts swinging them, and they're getting, like, so close to people's faces. Like, I remember it barely it probably grazed this guy's hair off this chin. Like, it would probably shave his beard. That's how close it was. And then some guy ran behind him and like smacked his ass. And then he was like, who did that? He started like growling like this. He's like, who did that? Like exactly what I did in the video, he did. I was looking at him like, are you good? What are you doing? Obviously I didn't say that because he'd probably maul me like a bear if I said that. So I was like, go get him. He ran over there, go get him. And he like says, oh, I'm gonna get him. And runs away into the darkness. I didn't make that up. That literally happened. I was like, what? Who does that? Why are these people here? Why are people so odd? That's all I gotta say. Why are people so odd? That just freaks me out. That really just freaks me out. Just disappears in the darkness. People with rat face. I can't get over that rat guy. He was just, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about him. Anyways, yeah, it starts, and it dies. The party dies. But basically at that point, everyone like starts talking. They're like the little groups and stuff. And then we started talking to the group we met before and stuff. It was going okay. And then Trey's White Rock friends came, and he like disappeared for a little bit. So I was talking to them for a bit. They come back, and then I say hi to them and stuff. We're all talking for a bit. And then just out of nowhere, I'm like, oh, I forgot to pay. Like I paid for 2 hours, but it was like probably 2 hours at this point for the parking. And I'm like, oh crap, I gotta go pay for the parking. So I look at Trey, I'm like, okay, yeah, I gotta go, like I gotta pay for the parking, like just stay here, you can hang out with your White Rock buddies for a bit, I'll go feed the meter. He's like, okay, I'm like, keep your ringer on, because I have no idea where I'm going. Probably get lost any moment in this maze of a school this is. So then the girls that we're with, they're like, oh, I was like, are you guys leaving too? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, can I just walk with you guys to my car? They're like, yeah, sure. So we're walking up these stairs, and oh my god, what a trek. I was almost sweating. I was like panting. I almost started sweating. Like, it was so bad. I felt so fat going up these stairs. Like, I was like, how out of shape am I? I'm not fat, but I don't know. I don't know why I was so tired. Couldn't tell you, but honestly, I haven't worked out in a while. That's probably why, but honestly, enough of excuses. So, panting up there, and then we make it to the top. Everything's going good. And then I see that guy, the light guy again, and he just looks sweaty and like, I don't know, damp. Sweaty and damp. That's what he looked like. And then he was like talking to girls, and I was like, hey, like, let's just go. Like, I don't want to talk to this guy. Let's just hit the road. Like, let's go. And then I started walking, right? And then like soon, like everyone follows, if you know what I mean. Like even you like kind of like couple people like left like him, and like kind of like them all followed. So that kind of happened, and then we're like walking, and then we get to like this intersection where there's like one road. You guys know what an intersection looks like. So then we all split ways, and then they type the Google Maps on my phone where my car is. So I start walking, and then I have no idea where I'm going. The maps they gave to me, honestly, I have no clue where I was going. They literally start cutting in between like little alleys and stuff. And to remind you, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning at this point. No idea where I'm going. And then I got a call from one of the girls. They're like, Dryden, are you lost? I'm like, yes, I am lost. And they're like, do you want help? I'm like, that would be amazing. So then it literally took 20 minutes for them to find me. And then another 45 minutes to find my car. It took so long to find my car. I don't even know how. They literally go to this school. And I literally told them it was by like the, I don't know, some restaurant, Brown's, Milestone. A restaurant like that was right beside, I think it was a Brown's. And then finally we made it to the car, and I was like, do you guys want to ride home? Because like, I don't know, they helped me find my car 45 minutes. Like, that's the least I can do is give them a ride. So like, okay, yeah, that'd be good. That'd be great. Actually, no, scratch that. They said this. They're like, are you going to drive us? I said, yeah, that'd be stupid if I didn't, because you guys helped me. They're like, good. We would just honestly just hop in your car. I'm like, okay. So then they hopped in my car, and I forgot that I had all these water bottles, like empty water bottles in the back, because I got them at like this big pack at Staples. Don't know why Staples sells water. This big like crate of water for $5 at Staples. I'm like, what a steal. Grab those, put them in my car. Fast forward, they're all empty on the floor of my car. I think they're still there. Yeah, they're still there to this day. And then, yeah, so they're there, and then they're like, oh, like, why is there water? Why is there empty balls everywhere? And I made, like, the dumbest excuse. I was like, oh, yeah, my brother pranked me. What was I thinking? Why did I say that? Why did I just say I'm a lazy piece of garbage and I just left them there? I could have just said that. But then, no, I said that stupid excuse, and then after a couple seconds, I was like, Dryden, you look like an idiot. You look stupid. Why did you say that? So then I told the truth. And then they're like, hey, yeah, that's what I expect. Like, nice lie there. I'm like, okay, yeah, thanks. Literally, face almost turned red there from that time. I don't know. It was kind of embarrassing, but whatever. So then, hold on, let me take my vest off 1 second. So yeah, then I drive them home, drop them off their dorm, and then yeah, say goodbye. I didn't dap up this one girl. She like went to go dap me up, and my hands get so sweaty sometimes. I wasn't nervous or anything, but they just get sweaty for no reason sometimes. Don't know why, they just get really gross and sweaty. So then I was like, no. And she's like, what? Why? I'm like, no. Because like I don't want to say, oh, my hand, I have a hand sweating problem. Don't touch my hand. That's weird. I look like the rat kid. Not exactly, but you know what I mean. So then they left. I was like, okay. Then right after I dropped them off, Trey calls me. He's like, Dryden, where are you now? I was like, I just dropped off the girls. They helped me find my car. I was like, where are you? He's like, in this alleyway. So then I drive and magically find him. Don't know how I found him. And then he's like, okay, we got to go to this building. Like, all my friends are there. We got to go. I'm like, oh. Well, this time it's like 2 o'clock, 2:30. I was like, I'm not trying to stay here anymore. Let's just go home. Let's go back to your place. Because I was sleeping over at his place that night. I was like, let's just go home. Let's just sleep. I was so tired. Like, I can't believe how tired I was. But then he's like, no, we have to. But, like, now looking back, like, I'm glad I kind of stayed. But I was being a dick. Like, I was so mad. I was like, let's just go. I don't know why. I was just being I was being annoying. I was being, like, an annoying friend. Now looking back on it, like, I feel, like, sad about it. Like, I'm going to probably look myself in the mirror later. Or in the shower when I sit down in the shower and think about why did I do that. Like, whatever. Whatever, that was past. Couldn't fix it. But, yeah, so then finally, we keep getting in and out of these weird buildings, and they're not the buildings that people are in. And then we call them, and they're like, yeah, we'll hold the door open for you. I'm like, finally. So then these two people come open the door, this girl and this guy. And then this guy's like, kind of giving me weird vibes, don't know why. Just weird vibes. So then we walk to this place, and then Trey told me that the guy said it is getting fired up in here. There's like 20 plus kids. He says it's going to be a movie. So I'm like, okay, it's gonna be sick. Walk in there, 8 kids sitting there talking. I looked at Trey, I was like, this is the movie? This is the movie? What is this? I was kind of fired up. I was kind of mad at that point. I sat down. I remember going on my phone, and then, like, you know when you go behind someone and do this? Like, you make a face at them and, like, pretend to scream at them? I was basically doing that to random people I've never talked to, seen before in my life. I looked like a lunatic. I literally looked nuts. I don't know what I was doing. It was like I was so tired I didn't care anymore. You know when that happens to you where you get so tired you don't care anymore? That's what happened to me. So then I started FaceTiming my other friend, and then I was just memeing them. And then finally, okay, no, I didn't even mention this part. So then Trey's friend walks up to me and he says, you're driving me home, right? I look at him, I'm like, what? I'm like, when did I say that? I look at Trey, I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, Trey said you can give me a ride home. I was like, what are you talking about? Trey, why'd you say this? He's like, I don't know. I was like, oh, crap. So then this kid's like, I'll pay you $40 to drive me home. I was like, where do you live? He's like, White Rock. I was like, of course it's in White Rock. Of course it's in White Rock. So then, sorry for headphone users there. But then, yeah, so then he keeps, please $40. I'm like, no, man, I'm sorry, no. Then finally, I felt kind of bad. And I said, yeah, I'll drive you home. He's like, oh, perfect. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. So then I'm like, okay, we're leaving in 30 minutes, though. And he's like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I don't know where he went. He kind of, like, disappeared into, like, he doesn't disappear in the dark, but, like, he kind of, like, disappeared. I didn't see him again for another 30 minutes. Don't really know what he was doing. But then Trey was talking to this girl. And then, I don't want to expose him or anything, but he was, like, talking to this girl. No, actually, no. He was talking to the group. There was a group, and he said something. And then everyone just kept talking. Like, he didn't say anything. And I had it on video. And then he goes, all right, then. And then I start laughing so hard. And then everyone, like, looks at me like, what's this kid on? Why is he laughing so hard? Then everyone clues in that Trey said something. And they finally, like, get to, like, hear what he said or whatever. So that was probably the funniest moment of the night. It doesn't sound that funny right now, but you had to be there. It was hilarious. But then, yeah, so then, like, 30 minutes goes by. And then this girl that Trey was talking to is leaving towards her dorm. Trey just clutches up and asks for a snap. She gives it to him. Biggest dub of the day for him. And biggest of the dub of the day for all of us anyways. And then, yeah, she goes in the dorm, whatever. And there's just us three. So then, I don't know why, I just pulled out of my pants, started streaking down the hallways of the like dorm hallway. Start running down, streaking. Don't know why. I was so tired, I just didn't care. And then there was like whiteboards on these people's doors. So then we grabbed like markers and like start writing on them and stuff. And then like the RA, I think that's what they're called, like the leader of like the floor. I think they're called the RA. Don't quote me on that. So then they started writing on this guy's thing. And I was like hiding in this door. And then the guy opened the door and said, what are you guys doing? And they go like, and they like, Trey and his White Rock buddy freeze like dogs. And like, or like deer head. Why did I say dogs? They freeze like a deer in headlights, right? Oh, and they like slowly walk away. And then we run out of that building as fast as we can. We looked so immature. Like we looked like kids running out of a Walmart. Don't know why that came to my mind, but anyways, yeah. So we run out of there. We get to the car, and I'm like, finally, like, let's go home. And then Trey's White Rock buddy talking 2 minutes. Next thing, I like look behind me, dead asleep in the car. Passed out. Just like laying in my car like that. I have a picture of him, but I don't really want to show anyone in case because I haven't asked him. I don't even know who he is, what's his name. But he passed out. Then me and Trey are talking the whole night, or the whole drive to White Rock anyways. Then we like turn on this kid's street. And then like, you know when you're asleep in the car and like you turn on your road and you magically awake? Like something in your body's like, oh, that's the turn to my house. Like the kid did that and he said, next right. And I was like, Jesus. I was like, you're still alive? That's like something a dad say. But yeah, so we dropped this kid off and then he's like, I felt really bad. So I was like, oh, like you don't have to pay me the $40. He's like, oh, don't. He's like, no, I will. Let's get Trey to send you my snap. And he got out. And then Trey looks at me. He's like, he wasn't gonna pay you $40 if you even asked. I was like, that's why I said it, because I had a feeling. I honestly didn't. Just did that to be nice. But I kind of had a feeling. Actually, you know, I didn't even have a feeling. I just wanted to be nice. And then Trey said that. I'm like, oh, great. No, nice. And then this kid didn't even go in his house. He just got in his car and slept in his car. Red flag there. Like, I don't know if there's, like, stuff going on in his home or whatever, but, like, why are you sleeping in your car, man? Go inside. Just go inside. That was really weird to me. But then, finally, we just go. We're driving to Trey's house. Trey falls asleep. Just dead. And I'm just driving by myself. I didn't put any music on or anything because I just want to drive silent. Get to his house. By this time, we got to his house. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. I washed my hands because my hands were disgusting. I touched basically everything that night. Gives me blankets. I sleep on the couch, wake up at 9 and leave. Because I had a math test to do that day. Yeah. That was basically the story of the UBC experience. It wasn't like the craziest, but it was like a spur of the moment type thing. I don't know. I just felt it was pretty cool. Anyways, guys, thank you for listening to the third episode of 16 House. New podcast videos and everything on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and maybe some on the weekend. like vlogs or something on the YouTube channel. But yeah, make sure you guys follow 16 House on Instagram, 16 House Pod on Instagram, and visit 16house.net for the hoodies. The pink ones I think are all sold out, I'm pretty sure. So make sure, if they're still up, I think there's a couple. I'm honestly not too sure, but make sure you guys buy them. They're pretty sick, comfortable. Yeah, so yeah, make sure you guys follow the 16 House podcast on TikTok for clips, and then maybe I think this video would be the full version on YouTube. So make sure you guys check that out, and follow me on my personal Instagram at Dryden Weatherby, and follow Trey. Follow Trey at I think Trace and Frost on Instagram. So yeah, thanks you guys for listening to this episode, and I'll see you guys Wednesday. See ya.